Good morning. We are here for day 19 of our devotion Upon Waking by Jackie Hill Perry. Let's hop into it. So the scripture for this morning is 2 Samuel 12:1. And it says, "And the Lord sent Nathan to David." Everybody needs a Nathan. Someone sent with a courageous love and a wise set of words for the benefit of our faith. How else would David have seen himself? We know the story in 2 Samuel 12, don't we? David walked his roof, looking below it, and seeing Bathsheba, he summoned her to himself. When he learned about the seed he planted, he schemed to cover the sin, a false atonement. He settled on murdering her husband Uriah and succeeded. Bathsheba carried and birthed the child, and not once did David confess. Between the summoning and the birth, almost a year had passed. Blindness ages with us unless God sends someone to help us see again. Like Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times and didn't grieve until a rooster crowed. Nathan comes and tells David a story about a rich man with many flocks and a poor man with only one lamb. A guest of the rich man comes, and instead of practicing hospitality out of his own abundance, the man takes the only lamb the poor man has. David hears the story and rage rises within. Such emotion could be perceived as righteous anger. If he were a preacher, you might be led to believe his passion was symbolic of his purity, but somewhere in a room was the woman he stole. Somewhere in a grave was the poor man he stole her from. His sins were real and obvious, yet David's convictions were angled at imaginary wickedness. In response to the story, David says, "As the Lord lives, the man who has done this deserves to die." David discerned what should be done to the man, but he failed to see himself as the one it should be done to. Nathan said to David, "You are the man." Everybody needs a Nathan. Without one, two, and many, we will discern the truth to a degree. We will have some meager insight to perceive justice, righteousness, truth, and how they should and shouldn't be expressed. However, articulating what is right isn't the evidence of present righteousness. We can't even discern that if we only look to ourselves as confirmation about ourselves. It's more than possible to be accurate and righteous in our judgment of other men while ignorant in the ways we mirror them. Everybody needs a Nathan, someone who will love us enough to tell us the truth, who will see the plank between blinks and do the careful work of helping us remove it. Everybody needs a Nathan, someone God has sent our way as a merciful missionary. The psalmist said, "Let a righteous man strike me. It is a kindness. Let him rebuke me. It is oil for my head. Let my head not refuse it." Everybody needs a Nathan. Such an amazing devotion this morning, and so true. So very true. Everybody needs a Nathan. We all need that person that will keep it real with us. That'll tell us, "Hey, you're wrong in this situation. You're wrong here. You handled that wrong. You spoke to that person wrong. Why are you thinking like that?" Someone that will pull us back to the heart of the Father when we get outside of behaving the way that we should. Because if we're honest, none of us are perfect, and none of us get it right all the time, right? So we need to have trusted people in our corner. We don't need a bunch of yes men and a bunch of yes women around us. We don't need somebody who's always going to pat us on the back and who's always going to support us even when we're wrong. We need those people who really and truly love us enough. Something that I say very often is, you can't tell me that you love me and you lie to me. You can't tell me that you love me and you'll still continue to support me in my wrongdoing. Who can truly say that they love you and they'll see you headed for a path of destruction and they won't say anything and they won't try to stop you and they won't try to hurt you? They won't try to help you and keep you from getting hurt. Only someone who truly loves you will do that. And so my admonishment to all of us today is to examine our circle. Make sure we got some Nathans in our circle. Make sure we got some people that's going to keep it real with us even when we don't like it. Make sure we got some people that's going to say, hey, do you think that that pleases God? Hey, no, the way you spoke to that person, that's not the heart of the Father. Your attitude right now, you're really not representing Christ well. Examine your circle. Make sure that you have those people around you. If you don't, I implore you to go find someone. Find somebody that's going to keep it real with you. I have a friend, a dear friend. She lives in Canada, and her name is Tally. And she said years to me ago, and I will never forget it. She said, rebuke me to heaven. Do not love me to hell. And that thing just really just messed with me for a minute. But when I began to think about that thing, she's so right. Because a lot of times, especially in today's culture, in the name of not wanting to offend and not wanting to step on toes and not wanting to make anyone mad, we'll hold back the truth of what really should be said. And that doesn't mean that we don't say it in love and we don't do it in love, but we have to have those people. We have to be real. We have to be those people, and we have to have those people in our lives that say, hey, you missed it right here. Let's get it right. You need a Nathan, and so do I. I pray that the blessing of the Lord that maketh rich and adds no sorrow chases you down and overtakes you today. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm in Atlanta this week for this Mantle Conference with Joshua Giles, and it has been mind-blowing. So epic, so amazing. The glory of the Lord has just been on display in a way that is just wow. So I pray for you. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.